Good evening, guys. So in the last class, I was talking about different types of keywords. We seen the usage of this keyword, final. Then also we have seen the usage of super. So after that, I started with the abstraction. In abstraction, we have seen abstract classes and we have seen interfaces. So after that, we have seen packages as well. So today we will discuss about the polymorphism. Then after that, we will see a few more concepts. So what is basically polymorphism? So polymorphism in Java is a concept in which we can perform single action by different ways. So polymorphism is derived from two words. So poly means morphs. The word poly means many and morphs means forms. So polymorphism means many forms. So there are two ways of polymorphism in Java. One is compile time and another is runtime polymorphism. So we perform polymorphism in Java by method overloading and method overriding. So one of the example for this polymorphism is, see, everybody in life, right? So we do follow this polymorphism. So how? Because when we are in office or when you go to any like public place, what we'll do is we will be like kind of, for example, in office how we behave, right? So and how we behave in home. So basically, so the same person, right? So like behaving differently in the office and behaving differently in home, right? So similarly in Java, okay, so the same object, okay, so basically it is performing in different ways. So we have two types of polymorphism, that is, one is compile time and another is runtime. So the example between compile time and runtime polymorphism in, usually what will happen, no, we have seen the example for method overloading, right? So method overloading, so there actually the usage of the object is actually, no, we are not if you use the static and all, there is no usage of the object itself, right? So when it comes to method overriding, so the actual usage of object is happening, right? So basically, actual object is not used for the this is no static binding. Here the actual object is actually, we are using in dynamic binding. So it is also called as early binding. Here it is also called as late binding, because method overloading and all. So there is no actual usage of object. That's why the decision is taking place at the compile time only, right? So first, when you execute the Java program, the first compile then run time will happen, right? So similarly, so this is static, we will call it as a early binding, and dynamic we will call it as a late binding. So overloading is a best example for static, and overriding is the best example for the runtime. So here, private, static, final. See, private, it is only for the particular class. The static and final actually, which indicates the static binding here. So public, default, these are all actually, it will show you the dynamic binding. So these are all some of the example. Here, what is the main thing we have to learn is, we'll see one example. Okay, we'll see. I will show you the uh, polymorphism. Okay, so what I will do is, here I will write one method, that is public void run. Okay, so here I took public void run, and I will take one more class here, that is class B extends A. So here at run 2. Okay, so what I will do is I will take one main method here. Okay, so now here I'll create bb is equal to new of b. Okay, so b dot run. Okay, see, in A I have run method and B also have run method. So here what I'm doing is I'm creating the object. Okay, I'm calling b dot run. So now obviously what will happen, the method overriding will takes place. So instead of giving this method, it will print the current class method, right? So when I run this program, see, it is printing at run 2, right? So this is what happening. So now, as you know, this is basically runtime, because the decision is taking place during the runtime. So here when I give now this is current class object, right? So now what I will do is, instead of b, I will write a here. Okay, so now what exactly I'm doing is, so parent class variable. Okay, so parent class variable is pointing to the current class object. Okay, so parent class variable is is pointing to the current class object. So this is, we will also called as upcasting. Okay, this is also called as, we will call it as upcasting. Now when you run this program, okay, see, it is still giving the run to only. Okay, it is giving run to only. Okay, it is not even giving the run here. Okay, see, the same object. Okay, the new b, same object. Okay, so it is giving the run only. Okay, sorry, it is giving the current class method only. So here now this is okay. Now here the main question we have to see is, what I will do is I will type int I is equal to 10. Okay, here I will put int I is equal to 20. Okay, so now what I will do is I will type b dot I. Okay, so now can anybody tell me what will be the answer? Will it print 10 or it will print 20? Any guess?
20. 20.
Okay, so here the important thing what we learn is, okay, it's actually when I run this program, see, it is printing 10. So what we learned is this runtime polymorphism, right? So basically it will be only for the methods. Okay, it won't apply for the data members. Okay, so this is the interview question they will ask you. Okay, so whether it's the runtime polymorphism will be applied for the data members or not. Okay, so it will be apply for the methods, but it won't apply for the data members. Okay, so this is the one thing we have to remember.
So in this case, if inside run, say for example, instead of printing run to say we printed self dot I. So so according to this, then it
Mm-hmm.
would print if I made it self dot I instead of printing the string. In that case, it would print 20. Yes.
Here, what do you want to print?
This dot I. Sorry, not self dot I. This dot I.
Here, what will happen if you print this dot I, then it will print 20.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it will be pointing to the current class instance variable, right? In that time. But
Uh, okay, but I'm initializing it with a type, with a class, with an object of type A.
uh, where exactly you want to put? Here, do you want to put
Yeah,
this dot I?
yeah, correct.
Okay.
This dot I.
See, this dot I, it is printing. See, int b, it is printing 20.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
All right,
so
got it.
this is about runtime polymorphism. Okay, I think many of you are already aware about this access modifiers. I don't want to spend much time on this. Okay, so in access modifiers we have four types. One is private, default, protected, and another is public. Okay, so if you want to remember this concept, okay, I will give you one very weird, okay, weird example. But it's still effective to remember these concepts. Okay, see here we have private, default, protected, and public. Okay, so first is private. See, private is actually when you have class A, right? So if you have if you declare private integer and private method, so what will happen if you want to when you create object of A? Now what you are doing is you want to print 40, right? So in other class you are not able to use it because if you declare private, the accessibility is only for that particular class. Okay, in other class you are not able to use it. Okay, private means only for the particular class. So here see one more thing. Okay, okay, so here I have declared private. Okay, so here I will make it as private. Okay, so here I have the main method here. Okay, see, if I create a is equal to new of a dot I. Okay, see, it will tell a dot I is not visible. So here the accessibility for only the class, right? See, even if you declare private for the data member or method, okay, so that's right. So you are not able to access in another class, right? So now uh, there is a kind of a weird behavior. I have, for example, I have one constructor here. Okay, so I will take public. Okay, I have one constructor. Okay, see, when you declare public with the constructor, this is okay. But if you declare private here, private here, see here, you are not able to create the object itself. Okay, so this is the one thing. Okay, so if you have a private constructors, okay, in another class, okay, you are not able to create object itself. Okay, so so this is happening. Okay, so this is the one thing we have to remember. Okay, when we have a private constructor, it is not able to create object of the class. Okay, so this is about the private. Then we have, default. Default is basically, you can access only within the package, right? So still you can use in another package. So how can you use? You just need to import, then you can use it. So default is only to access within the package. Next is protected. In protected, what will happen? You can access the you can access the methods or these things, but only when we have a inherited relationship, right? So that is what the protected, right? So next is, we have public. So public, anyone can use it, right? So here the highest secure is, private, least secure is public, highest visibility is, public, but least visibility is private. Okay, so I think many of you these concepts you guys are already know it, so I don't want to go much detail about the access modifiers. Okay, so next we have, encapsulation. So encapsulation is process of, wrapping code and data together into a single unit. Okay, so the example for, encapsulation is we have this capsule, right? So that see, we have this capsules, right? The meaning itself, encapsulation. So this, when we have this capsule, inside the capsule what will happen, usually, we have for example, when you go like, when you gone to visit a doctor, right? So what you will tell, for example, if you have a cold, or if you have a cough, fever, you have a headache, you have a body pain, like that you will tell like lot of symptoms, right? So now what the doctor will do, he won't give you for cold separate tablet, or like cough separate or fever separate. He won't do like that, right? So what he will do, he will give you one or two tablets. Okay, so when you take that, what will happen? So obviously, uh, the fever will go off, right? So what I'm telling you is basically, when you see, usually when capsule, what will happen, they will put a lot of medicines, right? So when you have different symptoms, like there is a lot of medicine will be there inside a capsule. So similarly, in encapsulation, what will happen? So wrapping up of code and data together, okay, into a single unit. So that is basically encapsulation. So here, when you have the encapsulated class, okay, this is very easy to create, read only and write only classes, and it provides you the control over the data. See, we have seen that example in the last class. This dot, you know this dot, that variable name. So what will happen, uh, you won't get better control of the data. Okay, instead of typing this dot, okay, to set the data, or to get the data, this dot. Okay, so there usually what will happen, that is tightly coupled, and also you are not able to get better control over the data, right? So for that, we have something called as encapsulation. So here, the encapsulation, okay, I will show you an example. Mm, so I have string name, Okay, so how to achieve encapsulation means just right click. Okay, so here we have source, here we have getter and setter, select all, generate. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just getting the name and I can set it. Okay, so how can I do it? When I have another class, that is class B. Okay, I will create a object. See, when I use a dot, okay, first I will set something. A dot set name. Set name, I will set some name, Arjun. Now a dot set roll number. Here I will put 111, something like this. Okay, a dot get name. Okay, a dot get roll number. Okay, so when I run this program, okay, it is printing Arjun and 111. See, usually what is happening is we have the data here and we also have the code here. Okay, so basically encapsulation is wrapping up of data and code together. Okay, so this is basically encapsulation. So why we are creating encapsulation? Because we'll get better control of over the data. So previously and all, we when we if you want to set, okay, with the object you can declare, you can, with the object also you can set the data. Okay, so that time it is not possible to get better control over the data. Okay, because of that, even if you have like in the projects, right, so every project what they will do, they use this getter and setter methods. So easily, wherever if you want to set or get the data, it will be easy for us. Okay, that's why we use this encapsulated class. Okay, so next we have this is very 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 interesting concept. Okay, so we have something called as Java inner class. So if we have class inside class, okay, we will call it as a inner class. Okay, so what I will do is I will show you some of the examples. Now let me remove this. Okay, let me write another class here. Okay, so here I will declare int I is equal to 10, void run. Okay, so here I have the main method. A is equal to new of a here. Okay guys, see here I have class A. Inside that I have one more class, that is class B. Okay, so now I want to access and I want to access run, okay, in class A. Okay, so how can I do it? Okay, very simple. In that time, just create outer class object. So what I did is I created class A's object. Okay, so next I will create class B object. Okay, that is class, I mean outer class, that is B is equal to new B here. Okay, now Yeah, when you create inner class object, okay, it is throwing the exception. So here, what I did is I've created outer class object. So here I have inner class object. So just mention outer class reference variable is there, right? You have to put a dot like this. Okay, so like this. Okay, have created b is equal to this outer class reference variable is there, right? A dot new like this. Okay, like this. So now if you want to access, now you are easily able to access it. Okay, so now here I will type a dot I. Oh yeah, sorry, b dot I, right? B dot I. Okay, now I can put b dot run. B dot run. Okay, see when I run this program, see here it is printing 10, it is printing run. Okay, so simply create two objects like this. Okay, first you create outer class object, then you create inner class object. Then what you have to do is this outer class reference variable is there, right? A dot like that you put. Okay, then you can print it. Now what is the usage of use of the inner classes? Why do we use it? Okay, see, as everybody knows, if you use the private variable, right? So private variable, what is the concept is, when we declare private private data members or member functions, so we are not able to use in another class, right? So but here if you observe, I will give private here. See, private, I see here I'm still able to use it. Even if you have private here, see, I'm able to use it. Okay, so this is the main usage of the inner class. Okay, you can use all data members. Okay, you can use public, you can use private, you can use protected. Okay, so easily you are able to access inside the inner class. Okay, so my knowledge, Spring and Hibernate, we are not basically we don't use this inner class. But if you guys are familiar with Android development, in Android development we use something called as recycler view, right? In recycler view we use this inner classes. We use static inner classes. There we will use, if you remember, if you have familiar with the this with this. Okay, see, here we have seen this. Now for you the question is, can I have a class inside a method? Can I have, can a method have class? Any guess? Yes, no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I should.
See here. We can have, okay? public
Okay.
public void run like this. Okay, public void run. So here inside the run I will create class B. Okay, I have a method inside that class. See, when I declare class there is no problem. So now here I will put void eat some method. Okay, okay, so now I have here. Okay, now what I will do, I have the main method. Okay, see guys, I have a class. Inside that I have a method. Okay, now I want to call this method. Okay, I want to use the eat method. Okay, so what can I do? Okay, see, in that time what you have to do is simply create object here only. Okay, create b is equal to new b like this. Then you call b dot eat like this. Okay, so now you created the object, you created the, you called eat. Now what you have to do is, here you create the object of a, new a dot run like this. Okay, so when I run this program, so it is printing at eat. Okay, see here we have the method inside of, I have the class. See what I have did is, I have created the another method inside this class. I have created the object and I have called eat like that. Okay, so like that, I can use it. Okay, so this is there in the PPT. Okay, later when you are free, okay, so you can type and you can check that. And yeah, okay, this is okay. Now what about can I have a interface inside another interface? What do you guys think? Any guess? That's okay. Okay, you can have, okay, interface a I have. Okay, inside that another interface. Like this. Okay, so now class C implements. Okay, see now, if you want to use this this run, what you have to do is, if you remember, when I was explaining about the multiple inheritance, what I did is, I used to put a comma b like this, right? So don't put comma, put implements a dot b like this. Oh, sorry, a dot b. I think we have to complete this method. Okay, that is public void run okay at run. We have the main method here. Okay, I can create cc is equal to new of c dot run. Okay, so when I run this program, okay, it is printing. Okay, there are okay, this is about the inner class. Okay, see this inner class and all, basically we don't use much in the application level. Okay, there are still, if if you dig in Java, okay, that's the beauty of Java. Okay, we have so much of concept like this. Okay, but in application level we never use it. But if you want to do any certification like OCJP or this kind of certifications, so in that time, in that exams and all, they will ask a lot of questions like this. Okay, so you can work more on this inner class, but for the application level, that is not that much knowledge is required about these classes and all. Okay, but here and there in some interviews they will ask you about the inner class. Okay, so yeah, this is about the this one inner classes. Okay, the main advantage we use inner class because one example I can tell is, you can access all type of the access modifiers. Okay, that is the one of the usage of the inner classes. Okay, so this is about inner class.
I think inner class is also used in builder pattern, builder design pattern.
Yes,
That's where you use inner classes.
Yes, yes, in design pattern, is it?
Yeah, in the builder design pattern.
Okay, okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so yeah, we use this in some of the things. So yeah, okay. So yeah, we'll discuss about strings today. Where is that PPT? Okay, guys. So guys, strings are very, 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 very important. Okay. So even if you want to take this Java certification and all, majority of the questions will be in strings. And even if you go for interviews and all, right, there will be lot of questions will be in strings itself, because strings are basically it's if you keep on dig this the strings, okay, there are so many things are there in strings, okay. So here what is strings, okay. So we have this LKG definition, right? So when we are studying that C++ and all during engineering times, we used to mug up, right? So what is string? When somebody asks us, we used to tell, like, string is a sequence of character. Then if we have enclosed within the double quotes, that is string, like that, right? So we used to tell that, right? So basically, in Java, okay, strings are sequence of characters, okay, but in Java, string is an object, okay. String is a string is an object in Java, okay. So we have two ways we can create, excuse me, okay. So in string we can create two types, okay. One is using string literal, and another by using the new keyword, okay. These two ways. And strings are basically object, and also sequence of characters, but it is a object in why I'm telling object is, I told you the heap, right? In heap we have two types of memory. One is uh, pool, constant pool, and another is non-constant pool, okay. So basically, when you create strings, so the memory is coming from the heap itself, okay. So now in string, there is one important concept. uh, I will tell you, okay. So I will declare a string s is equal to, I will call it as welcome, okay. And I print this, yeah, I will create inside the main method. Oh yeah, this is interface, yeah, I need to change to class. Okay, see, I will create one more you know string s1 is equal to welcome, okay. So for you, my question is, see here, I have declared string s is equal to welcome, string s1 is equal to welcome. Now can you tell me for this, okay, you can guess, okay. Here I have welcome and welcome, right? So for this, it will create two memory or one memory? Any guess? That's okay. If it is right or wrong, I will correct. What do you think?
One memory.
Yes. Okay. See, what will happen in strings? What will happen? See, whenever you create string, right? So what will happen in the heap memory? Obviously, we will have two memories. One is stack and another is heap, right? See, from stack, usually, you will call from heap, right? So what will happen? Okay, here, yeah. Here what I have did is, s1 is equal to welcome, s2 is equal to welcome. See, here also I have s is equal to welcome, s1 is equal to welcome. See, usually what will happen when you print s1 and s2, see, usually what will happen in the string constant pool, okay, in heap there is two memories will be there, okay. One is string constant pool, another is constant pool, another is non-constant pool, like that, okay. uh, when we have the reference variable is pointing to the welcome, it won't create two welcomes here, okay. What will happen, the reference will be pointing to the same memory, okay. That will happen in the strings, okay. If you want to see that, you can put like, okay, if you want to check that, you put s dot hash code, okay, and s1 dot hash code, okay. When I run this program, see, it is giving the same IDs, okay. So that's how, okay. So first it will check whether the memory or the data is welcome is there in the constant pool, okay. If it is there, then the reference will be the pointing to the same memory, okay. So this is about that, the concept, okay. Next we have, next I have another way to create the string, that is, we can type string a, something like that, new string, okay. So another we can use with the new keyword. So if you use this keyword, basically, from the non-constant pool, the memory will get create for this, okay. Okay, so here another example I can tell is, okay, see, now I have declared string s is equal to, I will make Sachin, okay. Another I will put s dot concat Tendulkar, okay. Guys, what will happen, I have declared string s is equal to Sachin, I have declared, Tendulkar. So what will be the output?
Sachin.
Yeah, okay. See, now when I run this program, see, it is printing Sachin. Why it is not printing Sachin Tendulkar? Strings are
Because
basically what?
immutable.
Immutable, right? See, this mutants, and if you take that X-Men series, right? See, basically, who are the mutants? Mutants are somebody who changes, their appearance, right? Or suddenly they will become kind of a, some powerful people, and suddenly they will change, right? So they are basically mutants, right? So what are basically mutants? Mutants are basically we, right? So we usually normal human beings are, I can call it as a mutants, right? So basically strings are, immutable in nature, okay. So this is the one thing you have to remember. Yeah, now where the Tendulkar gone, okay. If you want to access that, still you can access, but you have to create another reference for this, okay. String v, like that, okay. Now when you print v, it will print that, okay. When you print v, then it will print Sachin Tendulkar, okay. It is printing here, okay. So in strings, okay, we have some methods. Lot of methods are there. So I can tell, see here, if you want to make yes dot uppercase, you can easily, you know, able to make it, okay, to uppercase like that. When I print, see it is printing in uppercase. So like that, you know, we have a lot of methods are there, okay. So please explore it, okay. When I give s dot, okay, there are like lots of methods are there, index, uppercase, lowercase, like that. So when you have free time, you know, you can explore it. If you want some interesting things, sir, for example, you know, when I call this is it, okay, so you can use to check s dot ends with, okay, ends with, if you put it here, okay, when I run this program, see it is printing true, okay. Similarly, you have starts with, ends with, like that. You will have this, okay. See, when you have free time, you can you know, explore on that, okay. So you know about the strings now. Next is you know, we have something called as ends with string buffer, okay. So we have, if you want to change the string value, then you know, we can use either you can go for string buffer, or you can go for string builders, okay. So we'll see the string buffer, okay. I will type string buffer, yes, is equal to new string buffer, okay. See, this is basically, you know, mutable strings. So now what I did is, you know, yes dot, I can put s dot, I can use appends, I can use, yeah, appends world, okay. Now if you want to print s dot, yeah, I can print yes, okay. Now when I run this program, see hello world is printing, okay. When you create with the you can use string buffer and string builders as well, okay. uh, we have no I think, mm, d we have the, yeah, okay, we'll see that, okay. So if you want to create mutable strings, we can use string buffer or string builder. We'll see what is the difference between buffer and builder, okay. So like that you can use similarly, you know, there are so many things are there, okay. For example, you can explore it, string dot insert, okay. So insert to, okay, is like this, yes. When I run this program, see it is printing HEIS, okay. See what is happening is, this is 0, this is 1 at the two's location, okay. It is you know, inserting e's, okay. Because of that I'm getting HEISLLO like that, okay. So like that, you know, you can insert and you can, you know, similarly you can delete, okay. You can perform so many operations in, you know, string buffer, okay. uh, okay, you can explore it, there are so many methods, okay. Yes dot, if you put that s dot, okay, there is like hundreds of methods are there, okay. When you have the free time, you can explore, okay. If you use index, what will happen, it will, you know, give us the position and all, okay. So you can later, you know, you can explore more on that, okay. We have we have something called as string buffer and string builder. Okay, even if you use here the string builders, okay, okay. So the both are basically string buffer and string builders are basically, it's a mutable string. But string buffer is synchronized and string builders are non-synchronized. Okay, I will explain more about this synchronized and non-synchronized no, when I'm talking with the threads and all. See, what is basically synchronized means, now when we have the string, right, if you want to perform more operations on the string, okay, when you want to perform more operation on the string, okay, at a time you cannot perform more operations, okay, on synchronized thread. Okay, so that is basically string buffer. Okay, usually in synchronized what will happen, see, one operation is, when one operation is happening, okay, another threads will be waiting. Okay, so if one completed, another will happen, if like that. Okay, one after another, one after another, one after another, it will, now you can perform operations on the strings. Okay, when it comes to non-synchronized, okay, at a time you can perform so many operations on string. Okay, that's why, because no, the threads will be waiting, right, to perform the operation. Then what will happen, so obviously it will be slow and low perform, because it has to wait, right. See, one operation is one thread is performing one operation, it has to wait. Similarly, if you are performing hundreds of operations on one string, what will happen, so obviously it will give the low performance and also it will become slow. Now in string builder, what will happen, it is high performance and faster. Why it is faster, because you know, like, it will allow you to perform like more operations on it. Okay, so that is the main difference between string buffer and string builder. Okay, see, apart from that, you can use all the methods. Okay, all the methods, s dot, insert, append, you can perform both string buffer and builder. Okay, but only difference is synchronized and non-synchronized. Okay, buffer is synchronized, builder is non-synchronized. Okay, that is the differences. Okay, okay, this is about the strings. Here the very important question, what is the difference between double equals and single equals? Okay, this question is very important. Okay, so I will explain you. Okay, when it comes to the strings, okay, this is the very important question. See here, have declared string s1 is equal to abc, string s2 is equal to abc. Okay, now here what I am doing is s1 double equals s2. Okay, I am asking s1 and s2 both are same or not. Okay, so now what it is telling is it is true, right? It is telling the true. Why it is telling the true? If you use the double equals, okay, it actually what it will do is, see here, s1 and s2, okay, it is created in the constant pool, right? That's why it is giving you the true. Now have created, you know, another string, right, that is abc here. Okay, when I give s1 double equals s3, it is giving false. Why? Because S1 and S2 is pointing into the constant pool. Okay, this S3, it actually, it is pointing to the non-constant pool. Okay, that's why it is giving you as the false. Okay, S1 and S2, it is not used to compare the two strings. Okay, it is not used to compare the two strings. It actually, it will check the reference. Okay, for that we use this double equals. Okay, see, both S1 and S2 is coming from the constant pool, because that when I give S1 double equals S2, it is telling you as the true. Okay, but when I tell S1 is equal to S3, if you observe here also I'm using ABC, here also I'm using ABC. So why cannot it is giving true? See, it is not comparing the string. Okay, it is comparing the reference. Because of that, it is giving you as the false. Okay, see, S1 it is in the non-constant pool. Okay, S3 it is in the non-constant pool. Because of that, it is checking the reference and it is giving you as the false. Okay, but when it comes to the equals method, it actually compares the string. See here, S1 equals S3. It is telling, see here, ABC is equals to ABC. Yes, it is ABC. The true. That's why it is giving us the true, guys. This is very, very, very important. Like, even if you put 5 years, 10 years experience in the resume, okay, they will ask you what is the difference between double equals and equals method. Okay, very, 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 very important. Okay, double equals is used to check the reference, equal is used to check the, okay, compare the strings. Okay, this is the important thing we have to remember, okay, when it comes to the interviews. Okay, so this is about the strings. We'll discuss about arrays, and we'll close today. In arrays, very good concept is there. I will explain you, and very, very interesting as well. Okay, so now, okay, as everybody knows, so how can we initialize and declare the array? See, what we have to take is, we can take the array like this, and the new of int size 4. Okay, at 0 I will declare position 1, 0 I will declare 1, a of 1 I will declare 2, a of 2 I will declare 3 here, a of 4, a of 3 I will declare, yeah, I will declare 4 here. Now if we want to print that, then I have to use one for loop. Okay, int val a so it is printing 1 2 3 4. Guys, see here, this is basically initialization. Okay, this is declaration, and I am printing. Okay, now here the size 4 is 4, that's okay, it is printing. Now what I will do is, let me add, if I 4 like this, and if I add 5 here, okay, when I print this, see, it is telling what, index 4 out of bounds length 4. Okay, see what I'm doing is, see 1 2 3 4 like that. Okay, for size 4. Okay, see, arrays, the index will start from 0. Okay, arrays index will be always starts from 0 1 2 3 4 like that. It is, the array index won't start from 1 2 3 4. Okay, it starts from 0. Okay, so that's why when I tell 4, it accepted 0 1 2 3. Okay, it is accepted. Okay, when I try to declare 4, it is giving us the array out of bound error, right? So this the what is the main disadvantages of arrays are? Arrays are basically, main disadvantages is, if you want to if you want to what do you call, if you want to store Okay, if you want to store the similar elements, okay, for example, if it is a integer or a string, okay, similar elements, you can go for arrays. And also if you have the fixed length, then if you go for array, the main limitation of arrays are basically, you know, fixed in length. Okay, so that is the one limitations we have. Okay, so this is about the arrays. You actually, you know, we learned this, right? So now this is okay, everybody knows about this, about the array. The arrays limitation. Next we have that collection framework. In collection framework, you know, you can store the how much ever, you know, data you want. That can be overcome by the collection framework, right? So this is okay, these concepts everybody knows, right? So now there is some concept I will explain you here. Okay, so I will declare int x like this. Because this is a very interesting concept. Okay, so here I'll declare 10.
Sorry, I had a question.
Tell me.
So arrays would all our array initializations and our arrays in general, they're stored on the heap, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that. If they're stored, arrays are stored on the stack or heap. Thanks.
Yeah, it's heap only, right?
Okay, thanks.
Hey, wait. Arrays memory, right? Objects that will come from heap. Yeah, I will just confirm. Even thank you. I haven't checked whether it's a stack or heap, because I don't want to give you the wrong. Okay, so can you check, because even I am not sure, because I
Yeah,
haven't.
I'll do that.
Yeah. We'll check, because I also not explode it.
I think it's heap.
Heap,
Yeah,
is it? Okay.
I think. Yeah.
It's stored in the heap itself. So see
Yeah.
here, arrays is an object. Objects are stored in heap. Okay. This,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah. Okay. So here I have 10, 20, 30. I have 40 here. I have 50 here. I have 60 here. Here it is closing and starting, and here it is closing. Okay. So I will put more comma here. $70, $80. 10, 20, 30, comma. Okay, so I think here I have to close one. I think I have to delete one. Huh? Yeah. Okay, this is right. Okay. So now I have this multi-dimensional array is there here. Okay. So here, okay. Now usually what we will think is, okay, this is array. So how the memory store will be in array? Like majority of the people will think like, okay, there is a whenever we create object, okay, the memory will create in heap. Okay, the people will think like, okay, so here let me show you. Okay, so usually I will take 1 2 like this. Let me, what is there, 10 20 30. Here I will put 10 20 30. Okay, next array size 40 50 60. Here I have 40, here I have 50, here I have 60. Okay, 70 80 70 80. Next I have 90 90 100 100, and I have 110 110. Okay, see, a lot of people will think like, okay, whenever I create a array, what will happen? Okay, there will be memory. Okay, inside that it will store like that. Okay, this is a wrong concept. Okay, in Java, okay, it won't, array won't store like this. Okay, why array won't store like this? See here, see what will happen. See here, simply memory waste. Here also it will waste, here also it will waste, here also it will waste, here also it will waste. Okay, see, arrays in Java, it follows the technique called as arrays of array. Okay, arrays of array. Okay, so definitely it won't store like that. Okay, so in Java, the memory will store like arrays of array. Okay, this is a okay, now I will explain you what is an arrays of array. Okay, so okay, see here, I will create one array like this. Okay, this is position 0. Okay, and we have 1 here like this. Now if you observe, see here, this is one array and this is another array, right? So for that it will be like 2 arrays will get create. It will be, if you see, one array here and another array like this. Okay, like this. Now the position is again 0 and this is 1. Okay, here this is 0 and this is 1. Okay, now so here in 0th position, see here, this is 0th position, this is 0th position, that is 10 20 30 will get create. Okay, so now when I give, okay, I will do one thing, I will simply time waste will create. Okay, so here I will create this and this like this. Okay, so this is in the 0th position, so it will be, say, I will create 10 20 30. Okay, 40 50 60. This is 40 50 60. Next 70 80, I think 70 80, right? Yeah, 70 80. This is 70 comma this is 80. I have 100 sorry, 90, 100, 110. Okay, I have 100. Okay, 110. Yeah, sorry, 90, 100, right? 90, 100, 110. Okay, now it will be 0 will be pointing to 0. Okay, 1 will be here like this, then like this, it will be pointing to like this, and like this. Okay, so here also, no, this is in the 0th position, this is in first position, this is in the second position, this is in the 0th position, this is first, this is 2, this is 0, and this is 1, this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. Okay, see, the arrays will be stored like this. Okay, arrays of array. Okay, so if you want to see one example, see here, I will print okay, I will, let me write all, then I will explain. I want to check 0th position, I want to check 1, I want to check 2 here, similarly I want to one, 0, this is 1, okay, I want to check x of 0, 0, 0, like this. Sorry, this is, I think I can put 2 here. Next, similarly I want to check for one, x of 1, 2, 0. One, 1, 1. Okay, so for now I will comment this. Okay, now x0, 1, 2. Okay, now when I run this program, see, it is giving 60. Okay, 0, 1, 2. Okay, see here, this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. What is there in 2? 60. Okay, that's why I'm getting as 60 here. Okay, 0, 1, 2. Okay, I'm getting 60. Now next, see here, 1, 0, 1. Okay, I have 1, 0, 1. What is there? 80, right? See, when I run this program, it will print, see, 80. Okay, similarly I have 2, 0, 0. See here, there is no 2 here, right? So when you don't have 2, obviously the exception will come. Okay, when I run this program, see, exception came. Okay, now I will comment this. Similarly 1 2 0. Okay, see 1 2 is not there, right? I have given 1 2 0. 1 2 is not there. When I run this program, obviously exception will come because 2 is not there, right? So that's why exception. Now similarly you have the last one, you have 1 1 1. I think this is there here. See here, 1 1 1 1 1 1 is 100. When I run this program, it will print 100. Okay, so this is about the arrays. In arrays follows what? Arrays of array technique. Okay, I think, did I given this in the PPT? Yes, I have given. Okay, so when you have free time, just practice this. Okay, this is very, very important and very, very interesting concept. Okay, this is very simple. See here, I have one array and another have another array, right? So just put two arrays like this, 0 and 1. Put 0 1 2 0 1 2 0 1 2 like that, 0 1 2 like that. Okay, so this is about multi-dimensional array, and this is how the memory allocation and everything will take place. Okay, so this is about arrays. Okay, so before I going to close the class, so we'll little bit work on FAQs and we'll stop. Okay, so what do you think? Can we achieve runtime polymorphism by data members? Can you?
No.
Yes, we have seen this example, right? In the first beginning only.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what is the difference between static and dynamic? I explained to you already. Static is also called as compile time polymorphism. Dynamic binding is also called as runtime polymorphism. In static, there is no actual object usage will happen. In dynamic, actual object will happen. Static is also called as early binding. Dynamic is also called as late binding. The example for static binding is method overloading, and dynamic binding is method overriding. Okay, can we use abstract and final with this same method? What do you think?
No, I don't think it should. You can.
Because when you have final, it is not able to implement that
Override.
method, right? Yeah, so answer is no. Can we have a blank final instance variable? Blank final instance variable. So he's asking, like, can we have final I like this? See, oh yeah, int I, right? Int I. See, it is not giving you, it is asking us to declare it. Okay, but you can have like empty instance variable you can have, but final you cannot have. I think it will ask for the it will ask us to declare it, because when you declare int I is equal to 100, you cannot change the value of it, right? So that's why, okay, it is not possible. No. Okay, can we declare constructor as final? What do you think?
Yeah, I think you can technically.
Hey, but when I was explaining about the constructor, I told okay, so here like this. See, it is not possible. Okay,
Okay.
only public it will allow, private won't allow. Really protected also it will allow, I guess. Protected. Protected is allowed, public is allowed, Default is obviously you can have. Private you cannot have. Okay, it cannot have. Okay, no.
So private we can't use it. Like it's not possible to inherit that constructor in a derived class, but you can use it in this class, right? In class A.
Oh yeah. You can.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when we have this private constructor, yeah, obviously we cannot create the object. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Right. Can we declare interfaces finally? What do you think?
Not sure.
No, right? Because all the interfaces will have what?
Implementation.
Implementation. That's why. Okay. No.
Okay.
Can we define private and protected with interface? What do you think?
Oh, these are for data members or
No. For class, I can use public, right?
yeah.
Similarly, can we declare private and protected with the interface? Okay. The answer is
I told
no, because see, whatever there in interface, by default it is public.
okay.
Okay, so interfaces are basically default it is public. Okay, so you cannot use private and protected with the interfaces. Okay, so this you already know what is the difference between string buffer and string builder. Both string buffer and string builders are mutable in nature. String buffer is it is synchronized. String builder is non-synchronized. This string buffer is like slow performer and and what's the other one? Yeah, slow performer. Yeah, and string builder is like good perform and faster. String buffer is slower. Okay, it is there in the PPT. So what are the advantages of inner class? What is that exam? What is the advantage? We've seen one advantage. You can access what? All type of access modifiers. Okay, even if it is private, public, default. Okay, all access modifier easily you are able to access it. Okay, so that is one of the advantages of the inner class. Okay, so yeah, okay guys, so that's all I have for you today. So sorry, I haven't sent you any material yet now. So I will share all the classes material. I think 4 classes, right? So 4 classes materials I will share to the Cloudbig people, and they will definitely share to you. Okay. So yeah, guys. So we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, guys. Okay. Bye, guys, and have a nice day.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.